Willie Contraband here, and welcome to Beyond Duality.
Beyond duality, three eyes in a circle. Willie Contraband, no soul, controversial. Facts on facts, but my name's not Urkel. Hit 'em where it hurts till their heart turns purple. They say they got your back.
Alright, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. I go by name Willie Contraband. This is Beyond Duality, where we dive deep into astrology, tarot, and all the mysteries of this realm. This is a generalized reading, but if you like a personalized reading for your eyes only, go to williecontraband.com/guidance, and I'll hook you up there, alright? So let's get right into it. Today I'm doing a reading for June 24th, going to July, not even June 30th. I was gonna say July 1st, but we're going from the 24th of June to the 30th. And let's see what's going on. I'm gonna be shuffling these cards while I'm reading the sky. And first, I see we're finally in Cancer season. A couple days in. So get ready for the emotions. All the emotions are coming up. Alright, that's one card. Got the Sun in Cancer, Moon in Taurus, Mercury and Venus both in Gemini. We also got, let's see, Saturn still retrograde in Saturn. Saturn and retrograde in Saturn. We got Saturn retrograde in Aquarius still. It's going to be in Aquarius for a while, retrograde to like October, I believe. But let's see what's up. The toughest energy I see right now might be the Sun squaring. Wow. Let me see. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, the Sun's squaring all this Aries energy. All this Cancer solar energy is squaring Mars, Chiron, and Jupiter. With Jupiter and the Sun, it's not a bad square at all. I say that because Jupiter and the Sun really enjoy each other energy. They enhance each other's energy. Like the Sun's always shining, always radiating, always bright. Jupiter is very is a benefic, so very expanding, very always like hype, jovial type of energy, just like the Sun, a generator. And talking about all this, I got some cards that already fell out. The first card, Temperance, Major Arcana. And what I feel like this is telling us right now is watch for your temper. Like I said, like this Cancer Sun is going to be squaring all of this Aries energy for throughout the Cancer season. So temperance is like stay in balance. One foot in the water, one foot on the grass, on the land. Also radiating your light, not reacting but responding. Also remaining in a balance of mind, body, and soul. Aries is very, physical. Aries, there goes the phone trying to distract me. Aries is very physical. Aries is fire, so there's drive, there's ambition. Also, there's movement, there's motion. So especially with Mars in Aries, which is its home. They're really trying to distract me, the phone. It's so funny because I'm always like trying to get these videos out to you guys, and there's always something trying to stop me. So they say the devil is always working, but Willie's working harder. But yeah, Mars and Aries energy, very physical in terms of wanting to get things done, warrior energy. Temperance is telling you to balance that mind, body, and soul. Like use that energy that's coming through and don't want to destroy things, don't want to fuck shit up. don't want to put things on fire. You want to put your ass on fire, light a fire under that butt and get you moving. Also, talking about the Sun and Jupiter's relationship, where the Sun's in Cancer, the next card that popped up was the Sun card. No surprise here, can't make this shit up ever, but what it's telling you also is to be free, especially in Cancer, where it's very emotional, but also emotional is emotion, energy and motion. So what that means is be free, let these emotions run wild. You see the child being naked, that symbolizes freedom. It symbolizes your inner child not having to hide, being on your high horse. The sun's radiating, the sun is shining. The sun gets up every day for us, no matter what, no matter how we treat the sun is always shining for us to make sure we have light and warmth in this world. So the sun is free, the sun always is what it is, and it keeps doing what it does. So I feel like that's a major thing right now. And then we have the King of Wands, which is more fire energy. Can't make this up. So King of Wands representing leadership, entrepreneurship, also symbolizing partnership and taming energy. So that's funny because that's almost like Aries energy right now, where Aries is the natural leader. We're all trying to lead our ways into a new place in our lives, but what happens is that we gotta tame the beast within. The King of Wands, you see right here, there's a lion right here, right? You gotta tame the beast, because it's very easy with all that fire energy to get wild and get crazy, especially in a moment where we're trying to be free. The sun wants you to be free and be your best self and to embrace that. But with this fire energy, especially Saturn in a retrograde in Aquarius, where that air is amplifying that fire, it's making that fire go higher, which is testing our patience, but at the same time it's testing our discipline. We have all this energy that we haven't had in the last 2 years and a half, really, now that I think about it, because the last time Mars was in Aries was about 2 years ago. So that's the thing about Mars that I love, is that we don't get to experience the full spectrum of Mars within a year, close to how we experience it with the sun, the moon, Mercury. Venus is about a year and some change, so we experience a lot more Venus cycles. But with Mars being a fast planet, but also having a little longer cycle, a cycle closer to almost Saturn cycle in a way. No, not really. Saturn takes 30 years. I'm thinking of its seasonal cycles. But a cycle where Mars takes 2.5 years and some change to go around the whole zodiac. So we haven't felt this energy from Mars. We haven't had this type of drive, this ambition in a couple of years, and now with Jupiter in there, we want to expand, we want to do big things, we want to do things that we weren't able to do before, but we have to tame ourselves, we have to discipline ourselves. I think that's the biggest thing Saturn's trying to tell us right now. And then after that, after the King of Wands, the final one, I'm not making this shit up, this is crazy. What is this? The Six of Wands, more fire energy. But once again, if I show you guys, there's a bird up here. And the bird came out of this cage. Freedom. We're all going for freedom right now. And that's why I might be getting emotional. And at the end of this week, too, when we get to around June 29th, we have our new moon. June 28th, 29th is our new moon in Cancer, and this is really what's gonna set the rest of the year off, because this is our first new moon in a cardinal sign after an eclipse. This shit goes deep. We have to be paying attention to all these parts, all the details, because now we got a new moon in Cancer, which is gonna direct the rest of the year for us. This is where we emotionally decide who we are for this year, emotionally decide how we're gonna direct and navigate our lives. At this time too, we do get some relief around the Taurus, field area where, we had all these planets in Taurus, a week or so back in terms of Uranus, Venus, Mercury, the moon was in there for a little bit, North Node, all that was squaring Saturn, but now Gemini is holding the moon. Well, not the moon just got out of Gemini, but it's holding Venus and Mercury. So now in Taurus, it's so funny, Mercury's messing with my words right now. In Taurus, now is only Uranus in the North Node, which is much better than having so many, planets in that house. So the tension does come down a little bit, but it goes more into like mental, into emotional, and then we have, all this energy in Aries, but at least through emotions we could channel that fire, the 30th, let's see how that day looks. Yeah, so by the 30th, the moon's at the end of Cancer, we got Mars towards the end of Aries, which is very interesting. But the good thing is that the planets are starting to spread out, for the most part this whole year we've had all the planets within like 2 to 3 houses back to back to back, and that's why everything's been like super intense and in a way lopsided. We haven't been finding balance like that, work-life balance, mind, body, and soul balance, grounding ourselves has been hard because energy has been jam-packed into like single focus zones in our life. So with the moon and sun moving towards Cancer, Venus and Gemini getting into Gemini, Venus and Mercury into Gemini, sorry. The planets are spreading out. We're about to start having a lot of range in our spectrums. Our capacity is going to grow. Wow, yes, our capacities are going to grow. I feel like this past 6 months, maybe a year to be honest, but the 6 months for sure, capacity has shrunk for a lot of people. We just don't have the same type of energy and time for certain things, and that's great. But also now your capacity is going to grow for things that are beneficial for you, things that you do have interest in, So I'm excited for that. Going back to the Six of Wands real quick to end off the reading. Six of Wands also symbolizes you being acknowledged. Things that you've been doing these last cycles, people are going to see you. They're going to see what's up, or at least you're going to see yourself. And you're going to be proud of yourself. This is a time, especially in Cancer season, to kind of reflect how far you've come, also to see emotionally how much you've grown, how much you've matured, especially with the position Saturn's in, where it has forced us and applied pressure on us to move in a certain way and to be patient with certain things. And patience comes from your emotions as well, not allowing your emotions to get the best of you, which is important. But I think I'm going to leave it off there. I hope you guys have a great week. I'm grateful for the times that we're in, even though it is intense times. We're going to look back in this whole timeline, especially, 2019, 2020, moving forward, and see that this was when the world changed, but really this was when you changed. This was when you're like, you know what, I have no choice but to change my life for the better. So know that everything that's happening right now is for the best benefit of yourself. As long as you apply everything you're learning. That's what Saturn wants. A lot of people don't like Saturn or think Saturn's too intense. But Saturn just wants you to learn. Saturn wants you to apply what you learn. Saturn wants you to master the things that you really think you want in this life. If you're going for big things, or you're going, for certain type of field or special, or simple as just wanting to stabilize your life. Saturn wants you to learn what it is that you need, apply it, and then absorb the wisdom, which is experience, and then master that shit, you know? Because when it comes to Saturn, especially in Aquarius, where we want to break free and we're ready to go to higher realms, you know, there's no excuses. As crazy as that sounds, there's no excuses. Right now, things just got to get done, but there's no pressure, there's no rush either. That's the thing with all this Aries energy. It makes you feel they got to rush and things got to happen much quicker. But things happen on their own time, because Saturn rules time. Saturn rules karma. Fill up your energetic debt, your karma debt right now with good debt. Put good karma in, because that comes around. These are all cycles, these are all patterns, these are all orbits. But yeah, definitely take heed to that. Be yourself. You know, don't be afraid to be yourself. That's part of being free. But also discipline certain parts. You know, we're walking a very fine line right now with Saturn and Aquarius, the extremities and polarities. Especially with Cancer, just being like, I just want to be me. This is all I need, my comforts and love, and I just need to be me. And Saturn's like, yeah, be yourself, be free, but at the same time, take care of the things you gotta take care of, so that later you're not complaining, or later you're not in a bad position, you know? And this Aries energy is gonna help you take advantage. We still got, I think, a couple weeks left of Mars in Aries, which is gonna be great. We still got a lot of time with Jupiter in Aries, Chiron in Aries. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is food for thought. If you may, please feed me back. Give me some feedback. Comment down below. Let me know how it goes, how it went, what it do, what it does, if I'm crazy or if I'm not, if it makes sense, if it resonates. But that's it. Also, in the description box, subscribe to the Swim channel. That's the new channel that we're building. It's a whole network. And I'm gonna have the monthly readings there, because I know you guys love the monthly readings. I love the monthly readings too. And we're aiming to blast that off by the end of July, starting August. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Hope all is well, and I'll see you next time. Much peace, much love.
They got you thinking that I'm dying, quoting all my songs, telling you that I'm lying. Don't ignore the truth, cause the truth will always find you. No matter where you go, is always right there behind you. See, the shiny lights is only really there to blind you. Crazy how the stars in the sky could define you. Crazy how the stars in the sky could define you. I'm going on my mind, off a tab in the mountain.